Yo, what's up guys, it's Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, we're gonna be playing with a pretty special deck, because with this deck, you can win your Clash Royale games without crossing the bridge. As you guys can see, it's a Mortar Quick Cycle deck. We are running it with the Evil Mortar, since Mortar is our main win condition in this deck. Besides that, we do have a Rocket as well, which is kind of like a second win condition. In some situations, you can Spell Cycle to win your matches. And then besides that, we just have a Quick Cycle, NATO plus Lock, Knight, and then the Little Prince. Little Prince over Archers. This deck used to be very popular a long time ago with Archers, but I feel like Little Prince, even though it got nerfed recently, still a very strong card. And it's always nice to have a champion in your deck, because this way you can get a 3-card cycle going, especially with this deck where you cycle very fast. You want to outcycle, for example, the Mortar counters, or in some situations you want to outcycle, or even just like quickly cycle to a Rocket. Okay, so it looks like the opponent also is running Little Prince. Looks like, yeah, the Mortar is locked onto the tower, so that's also very good for us. Let's go with the Ice Spirit here to distract the Little Prince. Rocket on the right side to take care of the Elixir Collector. And then after seeing Little Prince plus Elixir Collector, I guess it's either gonna be Golem, or maybe it could be some Cycle deck. Like some people run X-Bow, for example, with Collector. But I think after seeing these cards, okay, he also has Heal Spirit. Not sure, actually. Could be something else as well. Okay, let's go with Knight here. Okay, he also has Ghost. Well, it might actually be 3 Musketeers. After seeing, yeah, the Heal Spirit, after seeing Ghost, it's probably going to be a 3 Musketeer deck. Okay, looks like he goes with another Little Prince. In this case, I'm going to set up a Mortar defensively, and then see if he goes with another Pump. We can just Rocket. I think it's always worth it to Rocket. And then the good thing about this deck is that you don't really care about activating the King Tower. So if he goes with 3 Musketeers behind the King Tower, I always recommend going with NATO. Even though you activate the King Tower, of course, as I said with this deck, it doesn't really matter, because this deck also, as I said in the beginning, you basically win from your side of the arena with the Mortars. Sometimes you do cross the bridge, of course, with like a Little Prince, with like a Knight, but in general, your win conditions are always from your side of the arena, so you don't really care about activating the King Tower. Okay, let's go Little Prince here. Let's set up a Knight to defend it. And then we already cycled to our Evil Mortar, so that's going to be very nice. We might be able to go with it. Okay, I'm actually going to go with it in the opposite lane. As where we have the Little Prince and all those units. Okay, let's go with Lock here. Let's also go with Skellies. We can go with Ice Spirit. Knight here to defend. Okay, this is kind of an awkward situation, because he also went with this Evil Knight on the left side. Let's see if we can get the Little Prince down as soon as we can. Okay, nice. We're gonna take the tower, and I think we might be able to actually defend this. Let's go with Ice Spirit here. Yeah, we definitely defend this. Okay, nice defense while taking the right side tower with the Evil Mortar. I guess there he wanted to kind of tower trade. Didn't really work out for him, because we did manage to defend. And then, as I said, we did take down the right side tower, so perfect sequence there. Okay, let's go with Skellies here, just to make sure the E-Barb doesn't damage our Little Prince. We can go with a Mortar and then see whatever he drops. Okay, the good thing with the Little Prince, you can also like use it with the NATO and the ability, which often can get a lot of value. So in this case, we can NATO all the troops towards the ability, get a ton of value, get a ton of damage, and then we can protect the Little Prince here while the Mortar is on the tower. Let's go with Skellies, let's go with Knight, let's go with Lock. Little Prince going crazy, and I think this should be pretty much good game. Rocket on defense, just to make sure we don't lose the tower. Ice Spirit here, just in case like a late ability goes. But that's gonna be a very nice win to start off today's video, so nice. Not sure if he had 3 Musketeers, to be honest. I guess it was just like yeah, bridge spam deck, or maybe he did, but he knew that we had a lot of 3 Musketeers counters. Even though we have Rocket, I feel like this deck is still very good against 3M, because as I said, you can always NATO them together. Even though they play the 3 Musketeers behind the King Tower, you should always NATO them and then Mortar defensively against this deck in general. Very good play. Of course, the Evil Mortar, in generally, you do want to play it offensively, but I guess sometimes defensive Evolution Mortar can also be nice, because it can get a lot of defensive value. So it looks like your opponent takes a while. I guess I will see you guys soon with the second match. Okay, perfect. Looks like we found the second match. Looks like he says, wow, let's start off with the good luck, and let's start off with the Ice Spirit right away. I think with this deck, you should never really wait. I guess with always, you want to pressure, like, for example, with... Okay, let's go NATO here. Even though he did place it in the corner, you can still get the King Tower activated. So nice King Tower there, or nice NATO there to activate the King Tower. And then looks like he's gonna be running, I guess, Lock Bait. Okay, let's go Little Prince like this. Let's then Ice Spirit, just to make sure his Knight doesn't get a shot on top of the tower. And then I want a Mortar, but I want to wait a little bit just to make sure we don't give him too much Rocket value. So yeah, let's go Mortar now. Perfect. Let's then go with ability here right side. He does go with his Bomb Tower, and he does also go with a Lock. Okay, nice. Good amount of damage dealt towards his Bomb Tower. And I think we can Knight here to protect the Mortar. Mortar should be able to deal with the Princess. And then afterwards, it also should be able to lock onto the tower for maybe 1 or 2 shots. With the Ice Spirit, I think it might only be 1 shot. Without the Ice Spirit, it probably would have been 2 shots. Okay, so there you go. We get 1 shot on the right side tower. Let's go with the Ice Spirit, Skeletons to Cycle. And then the next card is already gonna be the Evil Mortar. And wow, he spends guards to defend the Ice Spirit. I'm not sure about those guards, to be honest. I think we can go Little Prince here and then prepare the Evil Mortar. Should be a very strong attack here. We do need to watch out, as I said, again, with giving him rocket value. Okay, lock there. That's gonna be a positive elixir trade, so even better for us. And then here again, we can set up the Mortar plus an ability before it crosses the bridge. It even kills the what's it called? The Princess. So that's awesome for us. And then here, I kind of want to actually NATO the Knight towards the Mortar, because this way the Mortar instantly locks onto the tower. We can go with a lock, and then we can go with the Ice Spirit. Nice. Good shots there on the damage. Goblin is also going to get a lot of damage. We do need to watch out because we did spend and the NATO and the lock. So he might go with a Goblin Barrel sometime soon. But we have a very quick cycle, so we might even be able to just pressure here. Already cycle back to a NATO and then have the NATO ready in case he goes with a Goblin Barrel. Okay, he went Princess to distract the Mortar. Wow, okay, that's not something you want to do. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if this guy is like playing nervous. He is saying wow all the time. Okay, let's go Skellies here. Let's go with a Knight up front. Let's go with an Ice Spirit. And I definitely want to get another Mortar down as soon as I can. Ability here as well, just to make sure we get some extra offensive power going. And then I'm going to go with a lock offensive as well, just to see if we can get a Mortar locking onto the tower. Okay, watch out with a High Princess. Okay, let's go NATO like that. Perfect. And then let's go with an Ice Spirit here. Keep up the pressure. Let's go with another Evil Mortar. And in the worst case situation, we can even spell cycle this guy. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's go with Little Prince plus Knight left side. Just to be annoying, just to keep up the pressure. Ability here for the guards. Perfect. And then we can go Skellies. And cycle back to another Mortar. Okay, let's go Mortar here. Nice, awesome, good pressure. Knight to protect for the bomb tower. And then, oh, looks like he goes bomb tower kind of low, so well played by him. But we're still applying so much pressure where he's only defending. Like, if you guys pay attention, he doesn't even apply pressure at all. He does sometimes go with a Goblin Barrel, but in many situations, he doesn't really get anything out of it. Okay, let's go Ice Spirit here just to make sure the Mortar doesn't receive too much damage. And I think we should start going with the rockets. I feel like he can't really stop the rocket cycle. He might also want to go with a rocket on his own to kind of keep up with the damage, but look at the damage difference. I feel like we're up so much damage at this point where he can't really do anything about it, to be honest. We could even go with an evolved Mortar on defense. Let's go with a lock here just to make sure the Goblin Barrel doesn't get any damage on top of our tower. We can cycle a Little Prince here, and then the Evil Mortar here should be able to get a lot of value. Okay, watch out just in case he doesn't outcycle us. We can get a nice rocket here on top of his Princess, if I'm not wrong. Let's see if she walks. Okay, looks like the Princess decided not to walk. I'm not sure what she was shooting at, to be honest. Okay, let's go Ice Spirit. Let's go Ability. We do need to watch out because of the rocket, but I think it still should be fine. I mean, we have a very good matchup here. Quick cycle, Mortar defensive fleets are very good. And then look at the amount of damage we already dealt. We can even go NATO to the right side to like kind of get everything together. Knight left side, Little Prince here on the right side. Lock, and then we just need to watch out. Cycle another NATO here. Okay, perfect. Skellies like that. Knight here to distract. And then as you guys can see, there's not really much he can do. At this point, we're just only focusing on defense. We already got so much damage done to his tower. We don't really need to risk it, to be honest. We don't need to like go with another rocket or anything. We just need to make sure that we don't lose the tower. And at this point, as I said, it's basically impossible to lose the tower in this situation. Okay, let's go like that. And then especially with the Little Prince 3-card cycle, it's impossible. Like, this deck is very dirty, I'm not gonna lie, but it's very strong. And as I said, it's very special because you basically win all the games without crossing the bridge, which of course not many decks can say. I guess the only decks are like X-Bow and Mortar. Of course, in this case, we're not running it with Miner. Most of the Mortar decks nowadays running with Miner. This is like an OG Mortar deck, but instead of the archers, we run it with the Little Prince. So nice. Another good victory. 7-1 in the Grand Challenge. I think we're about to play 1 or 2 more matches, and that's gonna be it for today's video. So very nice game so far. Let me know in the comment section down below, by the way, if you guys have any suggestions for future videos. I saw a lot of support on the recent videos, so I do want to say thank you. I did notice that quite a lot of people watching my videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if you guys watching my videos, if you guys enjoy the content, please make sure to smack the like button. And feel free to subscribe, of course, because this way you do support the channel and we're getting close to the 30k. So it looks like this guy started off with Recruits first play. Recruits are pretty rough for this deck, I'm not gonna lie. Because we don't really have a good counter against them. I guess we do have a lot of like cards to distract it and stuff, but we don't really have a lot of very good counters to it. Okay, let's go skellies like that. Let's see if the little prince can stay alive. Okay, looks like he does go with arrows. We should be able to activate the king tower here. Okay, perfect. Let's then go with an ice spirit and let's go with a knight just to make sure we don't take too much damage. Okay, so the king tower activation will definitely help out a lot. And the fact that he has balloon, I guess, is a little bit better for us than, for example, recruits plus piggies, or even like a ram rider deck or something. I feel like balloon is a little bit easier to stop because we do have NATO, we do have the rocket, so I guess that's good for us. Okay, this is not that good for us, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's go NATO like that. Let's then also go with an ice spirit here, and then I guess we're gonna have to look and just pray for the best. Okay, I think that's like the best defense we probably could have done. That was very scary. Because he had the little prince, he had the Evo recruits and the bats there. So I think that was, as I said, like probably the best defense we could have done. So this is going to be a rough matchup, even though we do have NATO, even though we do have rockets. Recruits is going to be very hard to deal with. Good thing for us is that we have a very quick cycle, and if I'm not wrong, he doesn't really have a good answer against our little prince. I think his only spells are arrows plus snowballs, so we should be able to get a lot of value out of the little prince. Okay, let's see. Let's wait a little bit here. He spent a lot of elixir, to be honest. We might be able to go with a knight here and then maybe cycle towards our Evo mortar soon. Okay, let's leave it like that. Yeah, let's definitely not spend any more elixir. Let's go with ice spirit, little prince in the back, and then let's see what he's gonna do. He's probably gonna go recruit sometime soon. There you go. He goes recruits again. So not sure if I should go mortar offensively. I think we should definitely go offensively, especially since it's the Evo mortar. We do need to watch out though, because he might just go with, yeah, he does go with little prince. Okay, let's go with look. Let's go with a ability. I wanted to say snowball, but it was his snowball, of course. Okay, let's then go with a knight right side and set up another mortar while our little prince is still alive, just to try and get as much value out of him as possible. Okay, looks like he goes with another set of recruits, so this is gonna be scary. Like, whenever he goes with recruits, I feel like we always need to watch out a lot. Okay, the mortar does get a nice shot on top of the tower. That's awesome for us. Let's go with lock here on defense. Let's then set up an ice spirit here as well. And we cycle back to another NATO. Okay, so hopefully the death damage... Okay, the death damage, I think, will definitely make it to the tower. So, looking very rough. I don't really know what to do in this matchup, to be honest. Like, he's just spamming the recruits, and we can't really do anything about it. There you go. Again, he goes with the recruits. I guess we just need to try and defend as good as possible and maybe spell cycle him like in triple. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Okay, let's see. Let's go with Little Prince left side. Okay, the good thing for us... Wait, he spent a lot of elixir. And this NATO rocket is gonna be so good. Okay, perfect. Let's set up a mortar here. I think this might be the moment, I'm not gonna lie. He just spent a lot of elixir. We have the Evo mortar, we have the Little Prince there. We can pop ability as soon as we get 3 elixir. Little Prince is gonna be alive, and let's try to keep up the pressure here. Let's go with a knight as well. Let's go with a lock on the left side to try and protect. Let's go with Ice Spirit here as soon as we can. Skeletons as well, and then hopefully the Evo mortar is on the tower. Looks like it is on the tower. Okay, nice. So we get 1 shot on the tower plus the Goblin. No, it's not gonna hit because he does go with Snowball. Okay, this is kind of scary, but at the same time, I think we are definitely doing it as well as we can. Okay, let's go with lock here. Let's then go with a knight. We need to watch out right side. Okay, let's go with rocket on defense, and let's then also go with wait, we need to NATO. I'm not sure if we needed a NATO, but I was actually too afraid to take the damage there. Okay, let's go Skellies. Let's go with a knight. And I think we need to set up more mortars defensively and then just try to rocket cycle him at the end. Okay, let's see. Skeletons here. Looks like he goes with a balloon. We can definitely defend this without spending the rocket in this situation. Nice. As long as we don't take too much damage, we're actually looking very good. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's set up a mortar defensively. This case is gonna be Evo mortar. He's definitely gonna pressure left side. Okay, let's lock left side, let's rocket as well. Need to make sure that the recruits don't start running before the rocket hits them. And then we just need to cycle back to another rocket, which we can do very easily, especially since we have the Little Prince on the field. So that's gonna be another victory. That was actually very close. I think the rocket plus NATO does do enough. Yeah, it's gonna be enough to secure the victory against this recruits balloon deck. So yeah, that was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of afraid doing that entire game because he was just spamming those recruits with the balloons, with the Little Prince, but we did end up defending pretty well, I guess. And then in the end, we just rocket cycle. So that's also why I said in the beginning, most of the times your mortar is your win condition. I guess in the last game, the rocket was kind of like our win condition, because in the end, we couldn't get any damage with the mortars, but the rocket secured enough damage to secure the victory. So that's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.